second quarter, but have not been able to connect. Meanwhile, DCG trying to come up with another defensive stop. It's Thompson. It's the ball knocked away. Levy for three. Knocks it down.
It was a deep three. Ballard was very patient offensively. I like when they try to get the ball to the high post. She's been double teamed most times.
Levy had 5 points in the quarterfinal win earlier in the week. That was a much-needed bucket for the Bombers. Miner on the other side. Knocks it down from deep. So just like that, both teams trading a triple. Baseline drive finish. Won't go. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Ballard. Great defense down low by DCG.
Yes, that's Miner. Here we watch it again. Miner gets set. Josie Fleshman goes right into her. Knocks her over. So do we count that for two for Miner?
I'd say so.
She's got 5 in a row if that's the case.
What an effort from Emma Miner. Again, just a sophomore for Dallas Center Grimes. Still 2 minutes to play. Well, it's been a really fun, close first half here at Wells Fargo Arena. Right idea by DCG, but Ballard just so active on the defensive end. It's Thompson. Levy thought about another try. 3 on the way. Is short by Josie Lampe, or Lily Hillebrand rather, for Ballard. It's Miner with the drive. Off the kick out, she's back with it, gets tripped up, and she's able to draw the foul.
Miner's playing fantastic basketball. That was a great penetration kick. Back to the post up, tried to step through, got to the foul, and here she is at the charity stripe.
I think it was a player control foul.
Oh, it was. It was before the shot, wasn't it?
But regardless, you're totally right about Emma Miner and just those effort plays and even spreading out the defense, knocking down a 3 just moments ago, giving some life to the Mustangs. Ballard up by 5, 15-10. Less than 90 seconds to play here in this first half. Head fake from Fitzgerald in the lane. Layup won't go, but guess who? DCG back with it as the putback is good by Alexi Protzman. Can't forget about number 32 if you're Ballard, who's hanging on to a 3-point lead. They have led for the entirety of this first half. Starting to get loud here at Wells Fargo Arena. Fan base is really showing up here at the Well on this Thursday night.
Yes, DCG's coach said that they've played 90% man-to-man, but they may mix it up because of how Ballard played against Harlan, and what a smart move by watching tape, putting some time in to say, hey, what's best for our team? And it's the 2-3 zone for DCG tonight.
So Ballard electing to hold on to the final shot, it appears. Molly Eiley looking back at head coach Kelly Anderson.
DCG wants to make sure they get this rebound so that there's only one shot that goes up.
Levy gets smothered and goes to Fleshman.
They're doubling the ball.
Eiley floats it up. It won't go. And that'll close out our first half from Wells Fargo Arena in this Class 4A semifinal. Ballard will take a 3-point lead into the locker room over Dallas Center Grimes, 15-12. We'll step aside and take a break, and we'll have our halftime show next here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's top teams and student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's It's a chance for a small town kid to make it big. It's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more, to be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can be found only in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes, the coaches on a successful year. And remember, the task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you.
I hear you're looking for a great college where you can get an affordable education. SWIC is the place for you.
I appreciate the personalized attention.
And I've gotten to meet people from all around the world.
The SWIC student housing is incredible.
I like SWIC's hands-on training.
And I'll start my career in 2 years.
I can schedule my classes online or face-to-face.
SWIC feels like a community, like family,
like home. SWIC is a place for
you. In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
This is the 2021 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Low-scoring first half. What would you expect between two of the stingiest defenses in all of Class 4A? Ballard up 15-12 over Dallas Center Grimes here in this Class 4A semifinal. Now we'd like to take a moment to once again thank our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state basketball tournament. Earlier this week, Tom Florian of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union had the opportunity to sit down with Iowa Farm Bureau President Craig Hill for an interview to learn more about the Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the IGHSAU and student athletes from across the state.
And we'd like to welcome you into the halftime show. I'm Tom Florian with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's game. The Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament here now in its 102nd edition in Des Moines, a great event for the state of Iowa. And we here at the Girls Union are so thankful for those who support us in putting on this fantastic event, none of which are more important and great as Iowa Farm Bureau, our proud title sponsor. Joining me now here at halftime is President of Iowa Farm Bureau, Craig Hill. Craig, good to see you.
Good to see you, Tom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here. We want to tell the viewers about Iowa Farm Bureau and the support that you provide to the Iowa Girls Union. My first question to you would be, why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest and support the Iowa Girls Athletic Union?
Oh, well, Tom, the Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union now for 16 years. And we're thrilled, once again, to be a part of what we consider to be the best girls' state tournament in the country. And it does showcase Iowa's elite teams, our elite players, and I would suggest our elite fans as well. But we recognize the pandemic. It has certainly made the trip to qualify for this tournament just a little bit more challenging. And, I would suggest that it's also a testament to the ability of our student athletes to adapt and to persist through these tough times. So we're just so proud of these student athletes.
And you mentioned the student athletes and how they've grown and persevered through this challenging year. Talk about why Iowa Farm Bureau is so invested in supporting Iowa's youth.
Oh, well, Tom, I'm a farmer, but I've always said that our kids here in Iowa are our most important crop. And that's why the Iowa Farm Bureau provides just over $250,000 in scholarships to students each and every year. More than $450,000 over the last 8 years for Iowa's teachers in terms of classroom supplies, as well as our sponsorship of 4-H and FFA and many other youth organizations, but of course, the Governor's Scholar Program. And we recognize academic students or academics and students in Iowa through that program.
And you mentioned recognizing and providing recognition and scholarship opportunities for youth in Iowa. But these student athletes here on the court today, they're actually taking home some other types of souvenirs, if you will, from the state tournament. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, each player will receive a signature ball, a basketball that coaches and players can sign. Everyone can keep as a keepsake and kind of a reminder of what the journey has been to get them here to the state tournament. So it's an opportunity for us to provide some good memories and keep that keepsake in front of them as they go on as being leaders in Iowa in our communities.
A cool keepsake, most definitely. Well, Craig, we are out of time here at halftime, but I want to thank you again for your support of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and everything that you do. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Tom.
MidAmerican Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Maybe that's why scientists are trying to recreate real meat. Trying to duplicate the taste and texture, often using more than 20 ingredients. But why tamper with what Mother Nature already perfected? A more complete, high-quality protein, Iowa Raised Meat is the original health food, with 9 essential amino acids necessary for the human diet. Nutrients that are hard to get from plant-based proteins. Best of all, the real meat on your dinner table tonight was sustainably raised with love by Iowa farm families. As much as people may try, there's just no substitute for the taste, texture, and nutrition of nature's perfect protein. But hey, keep at it. It's flattering that so many products want to be us.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything.
Dental insurance costs a fortune and it covers nothing.
Don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
Des Moines. The S's are silent. The fun is always loud. And now it's easy to plan your Des Moines adventure. Introducing the Catch List. A list of all things you can't miss. All the thrills, all the chills, hops and drops. Des Moines is a city of love that'll put a smile on your face. It's easy to picture yourself here. Find your adventure at catchdesmoines.com/catchlist today.
And that's halftime, folks. I'm Gus Johnson, and it looks like the Clarks are starving. Over to Dad.
He goes for the Casey's app.
2 handmade pizzas.
Incredible! Casey's curbside pickup. What a play! Bringing it home. Boom! He scores with Casey's Pizza. Order any large Casey's pizza. Score another for just $5.99.
Casey's for the win.
Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. 15-12, Ballard leads Dallas Center Grimes here at halftime. Hunter Phillips and Joanna Settles back here with you as we take a look at the stats from halftime. And Joanna, was really a tale of 2 different quarters here. So Ballard got off to a great start. They led Dallas Center Grimes by 8 after the first quarter, 10-2. But then Dallas Center Grimes was able to come back in the second quarter and outscore Ballard 10-5. What stood out to you?
Just how DCG changed their defense after the first quarter, and which cut Ballard's offense in half. So look to see more half-court 2-3 zone defense for DCG.
So you see the field goal percentages pretty much identical.
Right, there's no rebounds are 12 and 11, so nothing sticking out too much as we look at the stats. Not great shooting from either team, right? Because defense.
That is right. And speaking of defense, one stat that you do not see on your screen, you do see that Dallas Center Grimes had 10 turnovers. Ballard was able to score 8 points off of those turnovers, but for DCG, they were only able to score 2 points off of the 6 turnovers that they were able to force on Ballard. So that 6-point difference there in a game like this, that means everything.
It does. With this low-scoring game that we have here, DCG wants to make sure they continue to penetrate into the paint and kick it out and then post up. When Minor has posted up, good things have happened. And then Ballard, they will continue to try to get Josie Fleshman open looks from behind the three-point arc. And against this zone, they're going to have to reverse the ball quickly, utilize that high post, and even set a screen on that weak side to try to get an easy basket.
So the individual leaders from the first half, you mentioned Josie Fleshman, 7 points, all of which came in the first quarter. Brooke Levy with 6 points, most of that coming in the second quarter. But meanwhile, on the other side, for Dallas Center Grimes, Emma Minor really putting together a strong effort in the second quarter. She had 6 points, 2 rebounds, and also the bench scoring for Dallas Center Grimes, 4 bench points there in that first half. So even players coming off the bench were able to contribute, and that's certainly going to be a big key here in the second half.
It is. Part of that, using those bench players, is just staying fresh. Both teams, we've seen quite a bit of full court pressure by both teams, so having fresh legs as each team tries to wear the other down by the time we get to the fourth quarter is important.
So to recap the first Class 4A semifinal, which was earlier this evening, Glenwood with a pretty dominant performance over North Scott, defeating them 61-48. So the defending champs in 4A are gone. Glenwood looking very good, and so they're watching on right now to see who will join them on Saturday. Will it be Ballard or Dallas Center Grimes? We'll find out here in the next 16 minutes of play of regulation in this second half. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
It is. This is some great defense. These are scrappy teams working hard together. You can see the team camaraderie as they work together, knowing where everybody is, who the great players are on offense. Some doubling down defensively we saw there in the final minutes with DCG even double teaming or trapping out of that 2-3 defense. So look to see that again out of their zone, because bringing a lot of pressure and making it tough for anybody to score offensively.
So Dallas Center Grimes, they will have the ball to begin the second half. And we are underway here in this third quarter. Again, delighted to have you with us here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We've had a lot of fun here this week delivering the sights and sounds to you. Ooh, and a tough collision, but great sportsmanship afterwards as a foul is whistled on Molly Eiley. You see Eiley was just going for the steal, and just incidental contact, a basketball play, and luckily Eiley was able to get up. They do get her for the foul. And Dallas Center Grimes back with it.
Corson trying to use the pick and roll from the top of the key from Minor.
It's Vanessa Bickford staying outside with Ella Lampe.
A great post up from Minor. Get that ball inside.
Now Minor, who did make a three back in the second quarter, has it as they swing it out to the near side. Ball knocked loose for a moment, but it's Pickford that picks it up. Minor gets swatted by Thompson. Getting the loose ball is Lampe. They go outside with Korshing. And pass goes out of bounds looking for Minor. And the Bombers, after a good defensive series to begin the second half, have the basketball.
Yes, that's what Ballard does defensively. That was a lot of passes, and Ballard ends up getting the ball back after a turnover.
So Joanna, for Ballard, they did not score in the final 2 minutes and 52 seconds of the second quarter. So what do you want to see from them offensively?
Well, they only scored 5 for the whole second quarter, so they have to. I'd like to see a couple sets even out of this zone, going against this zone defense, because that's right there, not a high-quality shot.
Deep three is in!
There she is, Josie Fleshman.
Josie Fleshman has now knocked down over 60 threes on the season. And her second of the ball game. And third of this tournament. But just like that, it's Emma Minor responding with her second make from downtown tonight. And it's back to a 3-point Ballard lead.
Yes, in the last possession, Josie Fleshman was able to have an open 3-point because Ballard drove in. They have to continue to penetrate, which makes that defense collapse and give them some open outside looks.
Levy squaring up for three. That one's off the mark, and chasing down the rebound is Julia Rice of Dallas Center Grimes. And now the 5'8" senior is back with it. Minor again. That one left short. And Levy controls the rebound and brings it up the floor for the Ballard Bombers. Floater is off.
Again, Ballard not taking the best shots. That was just kind of throwing it up there against the zone. They need to take better shots.
Not sure if she was executing it all the way as Minor's deep three just grazes the netting, but it goes out, and a three is off by Korshing. All of a sudden, DCG trying many triples. Able to cash in earlier. But now Eiley squares up. Too strong off the iron. Korshing with the board. Back and forth we go to begin this third quarter. And drawing the foul on the other side for DCG is Julia Rice.
As both teams are one and done, it picks up the pace of this, picks up the tempo of this game.
So Rice will be at the free throw line after this timeout called by Ballard. And it will be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Anderson. And you know they made that three by Fleshman here earlier in the third quarter, but I think he might be a little bit frustrated with the shot selection, like you noted. Just some wild floater attempts, not high percentage looks, and that's allowed DCG to be able to go out on the other end and get their opportunities.
Yes, Minor's had quite a few good looks. I think she's 1 for 3 from 3. But those are good looks. Coach is saying, keep taking those. Go. You have the green light, right? We want you to score. We need you to score. Try to put some more points up in this 18-15 low-scoring battle between the number 2 and the number 3 team in 4A.
So Rice will be at the free throw line for Dallas Center Grimes. Rice, one of 3 seniors on this Mustang squad, who comes into this semifinal round with a 21-2 record, and she is able to knock down the first free throw. Rice this season shooting 63% from the line. And the second one is able to fall in for Rice, who did have 8 points in that quarterfinal victory over Bondurant Farrar, and now it's down to a 1-point lead for the Ballard Bombers, who have led for the entire game. Pass gets knocked and stolen away. It's Korshing on the break. 1-on-1, and DCG is in front.
Yes, beautiful finish. Again, taking that defense of their 2-3 zone and scoring at the other end.
So how will Ballard respond? At 1 point led by 10 in the second quarter. Fleshman in and out. And DCG is able to snare in the rebound. Now with the momentum up by 1. It's Rice, spins, and blocked by Thompson.
Thompson with a big presence down low.
Now she'll go to Eiley for 3. That just reaches the rim and won't fall in. And again, another one-and-done possession for the Bombers.
That's just what DCG wants. Again, I think their rebounding has been a lot better when they were in the 2-3 zone. And there's Minor stripped.
Oh, what a behind-the-back dribble by Eiley. How about another one for good measure, as a foul is committed by Korshing, who was just catching up. But
let's watch that one again. Molly Eiley putting on a ball handling show. That's how you get around your defenders.
That's how you do it right there. A little trickeration with the dribble.
Nice little wraparound.
A few subs coming in for both teams. Again, substitutions in tonight's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com.
Good paint touch. A little inside out.
It's Hillebrand going down baseline to Thompson.
Trying to use the short corner. Thompson puts one up.
And that one is left short.
Again, that's the shot that DCG wants Ballard to take.
So for Ballard now, they're 3 for 15 from beyond the arc. They've attempted 8 more threes than Dallas Center Grimes here tonight. DCG up by 1. Outscored Ballard 7-3 thus far in this third quarter. It's Ella Lampe. She'll kick it out to Avery Korshing. Floats it in down low on the finish by Alexi Protzman. Beautiful entry pass.
Yes, a great post up. She rode that defender a little high, And Korshing with a beautiful assist down low.
Protzman now with 4 points. Meanwhile for Ballard, just trying to get something going on the offensive end. And Protzman says, not so fast. Swatting away the block.
Yes. She's a great volleyball player, too, in the Little Hawkeye Conference.
Well, and you could tell showing off those volleyball skills. Minor posting up. Floater got partially tipped, but battles for the rebound between 3 Bombers. And a timeout is going to be called by Adam Jones. And a full timeout is going to be called by the Mustangs, so we will step aside as well. What a strong start to the second half for the 3 seed Dallas Center Grimes. They lead Ballard 21-18 on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
DCG fans have had a lot to dance about here lately. Up by 3 against Ballard with 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Hunter Phillips and Joanna Settles back here with you. And, man, what a response out of the gates for the Mustangs, who have outscored the Bombers 9-3 thus far here in this third quarter.
Yes, once again, it's their defense. They are shutting Ballard down defensively. It's been one and done for them. Not great shot selection because they just are not prepared to score efficiently against the 2-3 zone.
Well, you mentioned the rebounding margin. It's at +7 unofficially for Dallas Center Grimes, who controls the ball out of the timeout. Lexi Protzman will stay outside the perimeter with Bickford. Finley Fitzgerald, she scored the first points tonight for Dallas Center Grimes. That was 4 minutes into the first quarter. Again, Dallas Center Grimes only scored 2 points in the first quarter. But since then, they have come roaring back and have just slowly but steadily have improved throughout the course of this game. Ella Lampe will go back to Fitzgerald.
Ballard's defense, again, trying to drag out these possessions and make DCG work hard on offense.
And it's Eiley pushing it ahead to Levy. And Levy will let her team come back and reset the offense. Dialing up a 3 and not connecting is Josie Lampe, or Hillebrand for Ballard. But Levy collects the steal. One-on-one Euro step. Finish with the right hand.
Nice, that was a 3-on-1. You knew that Ballard was going to score in that open court.
Levy now with 8 points. And now the lead is down to 1 for Dallas Center Grimes. Less than a minute to play in this third quarter. Open 3 in the corner. And it's good by Vanessa Bickford, the freshman, getting involved. And the lead is up to 4 for the Mustangs.
She's almost at 23 pointers for the season.
Boy, what a big triple made there by Vanessa Bickford. As the 3 is left short by Levy. And a foul committed by Eiley, who is trying to battle with Protzman for the rebound.
It was a good open look by Ballard. They set the screen. Here's that lefty shot for the splash.
Man, what a big moment for Vanessa Bickford to get on the board for the first time here tonight.
Ballard not wanting to even allow DCG to enter the ball in as they put full court man-to-man pressure on.
Lampe guarded closely by the watchful Brooke Levy. And Levy getting her hands on it. They signal a held ball, and we'll go back to Ballard with 4.1 seconds to play. Just very steady defense by Levy. Tosses it at half court. And after 3 quarters to play, we go to the fourth quarter. And DCG leads by 4 over Ballard, 24-20. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite.
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we work hard to give you the freshest produce, the highest quality meat, and the most affordable prices.
I got it.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Hey fans, as a reminder, Central College has a tuition price less than $20,000. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Hunter Phillips and Joanna Settles here for the final 8 minutes of regulation between Ballard and Dallas Center Grimes. And Joanna, you know as the old saying goes, you save the best for last. Our final game here on the semifinal Thursday, final fourth quarter. And DCG up by 4. This is going to be a lot of fun here down the stretch.
Yes, it is. Coach Kelly Anderson of Ballard told me before the game, this is as exciting as it gets. And I think he was talking about the fourth quarter. Not just the whole game. It's great to be here, but this fourth quarter, we may be going to overtime. This is going to be tight.
Dallas Center Grimes got the lead for the first time back in the third quarter. Ballard led by 3 at halftime, 15-12. DCG outscoring Ballard by 7 there in the third quarter, 12-5.
DCG patient offensively. Ballard super focused with this scrappy defense and man-to-man, not wanting to give him any open looks.
Levy nearly coming away with the steal, a dive for it. Bickford, who made a 3 to give DCG a 4-point lead, had it. Now she squares up again. That one's off the mark. Protzman with the rebound and a foul on the floor.
That's too bad that she reached in there because that might have been a 5-second call or a travel. Protzman was a little out of balance on that double team off that huge offensive rebound.
You see Lampy getting some high fives as she heads to the bench. Again, substitutions tonight are brought to you by IMT Insurance. And there's Eiley getting her hands on it, but apparently too much contact. That is the third foul on Molly Eiley. Eiley tonight has not scored, but has been everywhere on the defensive end. Does have 2 rebounds and an assist, but 0 for 6 from the field. Meanwhile, for DCG, trying to build on their 4-point lead and trying to build off of earning their first win at the state tournament in program history, which came earlier this week on Tuesday. Minor has to go somewhere with it. Floater falls off for Rice, but Protzman's been so big on the glass, gives the Mustangs another opportunity. In and out with it is Lampy. And Cassidy Thompson clears the way for the rebound as Eiley brings it up for the Bombers.
Those are long possessions offensively.
Makes you appreciate how hard these two teams work. And how about that? A triple made by Eiley, and she is able to crack this scoreboard. Knocking down her first triple of the night. She was 0 for 2 to begin things. And now the lead is down to 1 for the Mustangs.
Even though that's Eiley's first score, she's such a leader. She's such a catalyst to this Ballard defense. She's the career steal leader for Ballard, and she has achieved her 500th career rebound this year. So she's scrappy, and she brings a lot to this team.
Just a do-it-all guard for head coach Kelly Anderson.
Of where she's headed to Minnesota State University.
Up in Mankato, a really good program. Thinking about the three was Rice. And as she drove, they're going to get another foul on Ballard.
Good spacing. DCG keeping it spread out. It almost looks like they're in a stall game. They're not in the 5-out. And she saw a window there and tried to get through the two defenders, and she was fouled trying to take it to the hoop.
And how about this? That's now 16 fouls on Ballard. DCG with just one team foul with 5:06 to play in this fourth quarter. Receiving it is Corshing off the inbounds. Back in the hands of Ella Lampe.
Thompson continues to front the post. They do not want to allow paint touches for DCG. Minor's been quiet for a while. Number 50 should be calling for the ball.
Protzman high up top. Will hand it off to Avery Corshing, the junior. 4.5 to play in this fourth quarter. A 1-point lead for DCG, who is patiently finding their mark, looking for an opportunity. There is number 50, Emma Minor, and the ball gets knocked free, and it's in the hands of Brooke Levy. And Levy will wait for her teammates to come back as she drives. Sloter, count the bucket and one for Brooke Levy.
She did a little hesitation there, made the defense relax, and then took it right into the middle of the lane for the floater. Here you see it with that right hand.
And again, you go back to Molly Eiley. She was 0 for 6 from the field, but not afraid to shoot it. Knows how good of an offensive player she is, and then she was able to connect. And for Levy, who gets the three-point play, she couldn't connect on the floaters earlier, but gets one while being fouled. And now Ballard calls a timeout. Now ahead by 2, 26-24. We'll take a break here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I think so.
It's a 30. It's definitely fun basketball in its own right.
It sure is. 4:15 to play in this fourth quarter. How about the response from the 2-seed Ballard Bombers, now up 26-24 against Dallas Center Grimes. And it was spearheaded by that and one by Brooke Levy. And Ballard just doing what they did, not panicking, knowing that they continue to play just very solid, very sound defense, and that was able to allow them to get a bucket on the other side. And that's really been one of their keys to success all season long, Joanne, is scoring points off of turnovers.
Yes, that's how they do it. That's their defense turning into offense. And these are some of the longest possessions that you'll see as Ballard really focuses on that tight man-to-man defense. Usually it's less than 3 passes before a team shoots, and we've been 6, 7, 8 passes before DCG puts up a shot.
Well, DCG led by 4 going into this fourth quarter. Ballard on a 6-0 run. Minor 3 is off. Held ball signaled underneath, and it'll be a Ballard basketball.
That was a huge offensive rebounding crash by Ella Lampe, though. Here's this 2-3 defense that has really slowed down the offense of Ballard.
So as we touched on for Ballard, looking to get back to the state title game for the first time since 2009 when they won it all. That was the 3A crown back in the Zimmerman days. A legend for the Bombers.
Ballard trying to get a paint touch. Again, to have that defense collapse, create some room on the perimeter.
Receiving the handoff is Levy, who has come up with big plays on both ends of the floor at just the right moment for this Bomber squad. Foul on Minor as she was trying to catch up with Meg Reitz.
That was a wise pass. Again, passing to the open side, the open hand. Brooke Levy saw that. I think she almost saw that she was drawing the foul for her teammate by making a great pass.
Eiley gets it in to Reitz. And catching up with it is Brooke Levy. Less than 3 to play in this fourth quarter. One of these two teams will head to the 4A championship game on Saturday afternoon.
DCG now has to match up in man-to-man.
It's been amazing just watching the chess match between both of these teams, especially on the defensive end, and how they've been able to switch off the kickoff.
This is why you practice the stall game. Good spacing, good passing, taking care of the basketball.
So it's Eiley continuing to stay with Levy. Levy to the rack, and she can't finish. Good look for Levy, who was able to get by her defender. But now Dallas Center Grimes neither tied or go back to reclaim the lead.
Such an important possession for DCG. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a set. They're trying to use that screen as they stay in the 5-out offense.
Minor controlling the basketball for Dallas Center Grimes. Lampy off the drive. Gets denied from behind by Cassidy Thompson, who's altered many shots here in this state tournament.
Yeah, she was a little quicker. She got that first step, had a nice baseline move, except that Thompson for her umpteenth block of the game.
Rice catches the inbounds. Back in the hands of Elle Lampy, who has not scored tonight for Dallas Center Grimes, after leading the team in scoring against Bondurant Farrar. Lampy now has the ball, driving from the near corner. Can't get the finish. And a foul afterwards called on Dallas Center Grimes.
That was a bold move by Lampy, trying to go against Thompson. Lampy undersized in that matchup and could not. There she is with that left hand, could not get it to go.
Boy, nearly got it, as you saw in the replay there. But Ballard, they have not been afraid to hang on to it as long as they can. Up by 2 with just 1 minute to play in this fourth quarter. And now Dallas Center Grimes starts the foul. That is the 15th foul on the Mustangs.
Yes, forced to foul there just to stop the clock. And now's when your assistant coaches are looking, who should we foul? Who has the worst free throw percentage of who's on the court?
Eiley catching the inbounds, and she is fouled immediately to stop play with 58.2 seconds to go. So the next foul will send Ballard to the free throw line.
Yes, DCG had 2 fouls to give. And there it is. Molly Eiley will head to the free throw line. She's shooting 78%. It won't be easy to get Cassidy Thompson to the free throw line, who is the lowest free throw percentage shooting of the Ballard girls that are on the court right now.
There you see an IMT substitution. You're going to see many of those here towards the tail end of this one, as Molly Eiley, 5'6" senior, at the line and knocks down the first free throw. She went 7 for 9 from the line on Tuesday in their win against Harlan.
Yes, she comes up big for her team. These are key box outs here. DCG's got to get the rebound if there's a miss.
2 big free throws made by the senior. 4-point lead for Ballard over Dallas Center Grimes in what has been a classic 4A semifinal between two teams that aren't separated by that many miles, just north of Des Moines. And drawing the foul on the other side is Julia Rice. And so Rice, who has 4 points, all of which have come from the free throw line, will take another trip to the line.
Yeah, nice take by her, trying to use the left. Again, 2 important. I like that she just went for 2. They're down 4 with 38 seconds. Just need 2.
Big free throw made by the senior, and yeah, that also stops the clock as well.
Yes, it does. Expect DCG to put a full court pressure on here.
Second one just falls off. Ball. Last touch by Ballard. So DCG will get another shot with it here with 37 seconds to play, down by 3.
Another great play by DCG's Ella Lampe to get that rebounding positioning inside on a taller Thompson.
And a full timeout is called by Adam Jones. Don't go anywhere. A 3-point lead for Ballard on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
37 seconds to decide who will move on to the Class 4A championship game on Saturday. Ballard clinging on to a 3-point lead against Dallas Center Grimes, 28-25. It will be DCG basketball out of their timeout. And so, Joanna, got to put the coaching hat on here for a second. Who do you go to if you're head coach Adam Jones?
Well, it's all about time and situation, right? This is why you practice these situations. Down 4, they only needed 2, and they got 2. Now down 3 here. Down 3, you want a quick steal, set your feet, and hit a 3. Anybody can take that shot. Minor's a great option, but a lot of great options.
Well, and just before DCG inbounded it, taking a spill, was Finley Fitzgerald. And DCG, they are in the bonus. So that was the 8th team foul on Ballard. So Fitzgerald, another senior on this Dallas Center Grimes squad, at the line to try to trim down this deficit. First one is nothing but net for Finley Fitzgerald. And now a timeout is called by Coach Anderson. And we will step aside again. Now it's just a 2-point lead for Ballard on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
So a timeout on the floor called by Ballard. Each team with one timeout remaining. And Finley Fitzgerald will complete her trip to the line out of the timeout. And now, Joanna, it's just down to a 2-point lead for the Ballard Bombers. You look at that scoreboard, and it's low scoring, but I tell you what, this has just been so fun to see 2 well-coached teams, 2 veteran-laden teams doing a test match throughout the course of this night. This is what state basketball is all about.
You know, we wanted a close game, and here we go, these final 37 seconds. We'll see if DCG can step to the line and cut the deficit to 1.
Fitzgerald made the first, second one. Too strong. Battle for the rebound. Tipped out by the Mustangs, so it will go to Ballard.
This changes the situation here. They'll put the full court pressure on. They probably will send somebody deep, but now if you steal it, you only have to go for 2.
Eiley catches the inbounds. She'll go to Levy as Ballard is able to dribble to cross the half-court line. A foul committed by Coursing to stop play with 26.5 ticks to go.
Levy at 83% from the free throw line. That's who Ballard wants. The junior, it's a great opportunity for her to step up and open this up to 4 points.
Again, she made that big and one here earlier in the fourth quarter to give Ballard the lead back. They went on a 6-0 run to begin this fourth quarter after they were down by 4 to end the third.
Yes, if Ballard scores here, they want to make sure they don't foul. They'll put the full court pressure on. They want this clock to tick down as we get under 25 seconds.
Forshing going straight to the lane. She can't finish. Thompson quickly with the rebound and a foul. Quickly committed by the Mustangs to stop play with 18.4 seconds to go. And Ballard up by 4, trying to build onto this lead late in the fourth quarter.
Yes, a good coast-to-coast take by Avery Korshing, not able to connect on the offensive end. Again, a big free throw right here. DCG wants to get this rebound and head to the other end as fast as they can. Thompson stepping up big for her team.
Tell you what, just her third point tonight, 5 rebounds. She's had at least 3 blocks on tonight, 1 assist. She has just wreaked havoc in the low post against all opponents this season. And she goes 2 for 2. So the senior makes the 6-point lead for the Bombers. Desperation floater won't go. Final set of seconds. And now Ballard senses that they're going to go back to the state title game.
Yes, they are, and we didn't know that just a few seconds ago. It could have gone either way here, but congratulations to Ballard for stepping up confidently to the free throw line. That's why you, as coaches, you want to have those pressure situations, because this is when it really matters.
And Levy is unable to make the first free throw.
Her last time up was even more important, right? Now the lead is 6.
Second one on the way is also missed by Levy. Dallas Center Grimes quickly trying to get something going as a 3 is off. And for the Ballard Bombers, they are back in the state title game as they win 32-26. And for Dallas Center Grimes, man, what a great run for the Mustangs, falling just short, but for Adam Jones' squad, a lot to be proud of. So now we'll have the trophy ceremony, and here's our PA announcer, Mr. Joe Hammond.
Your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Gary Ross and Gene Berger. Congratulations to head coach Adam Jones and the Mustangs from Dallas Center Grimes on an outstanding basketball season. And now, Josie Fleshman of Ballard will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Hey, Ballard fans, your team advances to the Class 4A championship game against Glenwood on Saturday, March 6th at 1:30 p.m. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and attendance.
So the Ballard Bombers move on to the Class 4A championship game. They will take on Glenwood. And, you know, Joanna, I want to read a quote from Coach Anderson here. You know, so he said, some teams are superstitious or whatever and don't want to mention winning a state championship. But we talk about it all the time. You can't be afraid to dream it and can't be afraid to talk about it, and we haven't been. And now they're one game away from that dream becoming a reality.
They are. Their pressure defense was relentless. Ballard held DCG to only 2 points in the first quarter and only 2 points in the fourth quarter. So to score four points for half the game just speaks so highly of Ballard's defense. I do want to say that DCG made that defensive switch for the second, third, and fourth quarters, and DCG actually won the third quarter points-wise, and so 12-5. It was a tight game and a tough loss, a great effort by DCG.
Absolutely, and a lot to build off of in the future. Now we have to name our Casey's player of the game, and you know, Joanna, there's a few players that you can go to here tonight. It's not an easy task here, but I think you got to go with Brooke Levy. I mean, what do you think, especially making that and one, that floater there in the lane, the confident play that was able to put Ballard back, and essentially that was what was able to give them the lead, and they were able to carry it the rest of the way. But there's several players you can go to, but what about Brooke Levy?
Yes, what a team effort by Ballard, but Brooke Levy, such poise down the stretch when they needed her to step up.
So 13 points, 2 rebounds, no assists, but she also did a lot on the defensive end as well, carrying a lot of steals. So Brooke Levy is our Casey's player of the game. Fans, Casey's is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and tonight's Player of the Game. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. Well, again, like I said, Joanna, you got to save the best for last, and we were treated to such a great matchup here tonight. So for Ballard, they're going to move on to take on Glenwood for the Class 4A title game on Saturday. So now we have 3 classes all set for their championship game, but we got some more semifinal games tomorrow. But, man, today was a lot of fun.
It was. This is a great time of year for girls basketball, and a pleasure working with you, Hunter. Thanks for
Absolutely.
Devin helping us out.
Well, on behalf of our hardworking crew and for Joanna Settles, I'm Hunter Phillips signing off from here inside Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines. And thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2021 Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.